Tony, what's
Tony,
up,
what's
T?
going on, bro?
What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me and see me?
I can
Yeah,
see
we
you.
hear you.
I can see you.
Oh, bet that. Bet that. Thanks
Hey,
for
boy,
having
and
me.
you
y'all.
got
I
the
mean,
light
look like
in
you
there
got a
bright.
flip phone, but it's okay.
The light too bright. I got the space shuttle. I got to beam me up, the alien joints.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I can dim it if you
Nah,
need.
you good, boss. How's everything? Everything good though?
Man, I ain't got no complaints, man. I'm golden. I'm back on tour, so
Yeah.
getting my pockets replenished.
Go.
Just bought a house, so
Hey, listen. Hey, every morning, ask the man upstairs, man, to make sure that cup continue to runneth over. You're gonna be all right.
come on, man. I bought my first house, so I need every dollar.
Oh, did
like
you?
it.
Yeah, man. I just bought my first house,
Right.
Southern California. So you know they're gonna charge you $8 million for 1.5 bedrooms, 0 bath.
Congratulations.
Tony,
Thanks, y'all.
Tony, did you always want to be a comedian? Were you a class clown? Were you funny always? When did you decide to say, you know what, I'm gonna be a stand-up?
You know what, man? I was always funny and didn't realize it because I'm the youngest of 3 boys.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to crack jokes at the house, but my brothers would never laugh. They gave me nothing, man. So I would go to school. Thinking I wasn't funny. So I'm making the kids laugh, but it didn't even register because I was like, man, I ain't funny at home though. And then when we young and we teens and we into girls, you don't want to be funny. You trying to be all
Cool.
smooth and knocked out. You know what I'm saying? You got your Jodeci boots on. You just like, yeah, girl. And they be like, you funny. I'll be like, nah, I ain't trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? And so I never really paid attention to my funny until I got to college. And then that's when it clicked.
But women like guys that are, but Tony, women like guys that are funny. One of the things that they say, a sense of humor. Laughing right about the draw.
I found that out later. I found it out later.
But let me ask you this. When did you get into the voiceover? Because that's kind of how I stumbled upon you. You was doing voiceover, cats, dogs, I forget, what's the, Scotty.
Curtis and Scotty,
Curtis
man.
and Scotty. How did you get into the voiceovers?
You know what it was? We always had pets growing up. So, I never lived without an animal in the house somewhere until I went to college. And so I was always wondering what they was thinking about, just looking at cats and dogs and like, what y'all thinking about? And so I did 2 videos. It was one of this goat in Brazil, just harassing the hell out of everybody, man. Just cramming people on the motorcycle. Cramelton, man. He knocked this lady over. She had grocery bags, and this dude tried to save her. So that was the very first one I did. And then I did the second one. This raccoon was eating out of a cat food dish, and the cats were surrounding him, looking at him like he crazy. Like, yo, man, who's your man right here? And he looking at them. And then he dip off and then come back for one last scoop, and then he run off. And so that's the one that went viral. And so I was like, let me just do these for real. And I just kept doing them ever since.
Live. Hey, you had a comedy special, Scaredy Cat. Can you walk us through the creative process and the prep you had behind the special and how everything came about?
Okay, so I started doing stand-up in 2008. So really my voiceovers are just a vehicle to get you to come see me live. So I've been doing stand-up since then. So, I'm just doing, when I started doing stand-up, I'm doing everything I can get my hands on, man. Every show, every competition, every bringer show, I'm just doing whatever. And so I'm just accumulating all this material. I'm getting up every night, dog. I'm like doing multiple stages a night. And so by the time I shot Scaredy Cat, and I met these cats that I still work with, Brennan and Tony at Transit Pictures, and they was like, yo, let us shoot your special. And I was like, all right, and so they put it together because they do dynamite work. And so we went to New Mexico State. That's where I went to college. And we shot the special there. Low budget, guerrilla style, independent. Just shot that mug. And then so that's like years worth of material that we just culminated right there.
Tony, who is your inspiration? When you grow up, you're like, okay, take a little bit of this, take a little bit of that. Who are some of your inspirations in the comedic space?
Well, when I was growing up, I'm 47, so you know, Delirious was the first comedy special that just blew my head up.
Eddie.
What you know about that?
Man,
Oh,
come on, man.
Delirious.
Man, anybody that knows that was around at that time, that special just blew everybody's head off. And so that's when I first took in a comedy special for real. And then as time went on, you know, I saw Raw, but then I started watching like comedy, and I was like, Damon Wayans, Sinbad, and Jerry Seinfeld are my three influences with a sprinkle of Bernie Mac. So those are my influences right there. And so I feel like I'm a combination of those three that I mentioned. And because my mom don't like a lot of cussing, so we could watch Sinbad together.
Right.
You know?
That's what I was about to ask you, because I don't hear a lot of cursing in your comedy.
Yeah, I try to keep it PG-13 for the most part. Like I don't want to get too clean because I don't want to get stuck in that box. But you know, so I try to keep it PG-13 so my mom won't cringe up. So but yeah, Sinbad, Damon Wayans, the way he would just like storytell and do the character act out.
Yes.
And then the way Seinfeld just details every like little basic human experience that we have, talking about socks for like 15 minutes, talking about toothpaste, talking about cereal. I can do that type of stuff too. So those are my three influences right there.
That's dope. I don't think people understand how difficult stand-up comedy is. I think they think people are funny. You just stand on stage in front of a crowd and it just works. Not understanding that the material has to hit, you have to engage with the crowd, you have to have stage presence. There's so many factors and variables that go in for a comedian to be able to stand up in front of people, have said material, remember said material, and the delivery to be on point.
Yes.
So my question is, how different is your approach when it comes to doing stand-up versus the content you put on social media? Or do you just approach both the same way?
Well, the way I write is like I think of a premise. Like I'll be at the grocery store tonight. And I'll be like, man, look at this lady right here. And then next time I get on stage, I'll be like, man, I was in Whole Foods, I seen this lady right here. And so I write it in real time like that. I keep the premise in mind. All right, I'm gonna say this. And then I keep doing it the more I go up, and then I add in stuff, and do it like that. And so because like the way my mind works, I'll forget it if I don't like write it down or do it right away. Yep. And so that's my approach to like stand up. My voiceovers and like the content, it be in the moment, man. Like when people used to send me, before I kind of stopped doing voiceovers because Instagram keep pulling them off my page and I want to get my page deleted. But people would send me videos all day long. They still do. And so they'd be like, hey man, hey, Tone, man, this. And so I'll look at the video maybe once, twice. And then I'll just think of the whole scenario. I got a voiceover where it's these two cats. There's one outside the window and one inside.
Yeah, hey, Curtis. Let me holler at you right quick.
Yeah. Because the one outside looked like he been about that life.
Yeah.
He want Curtis to come outside so he can give him these skibbity backs for real. And so when I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh, I got the conversation right here. So he's like, hey, Curtis, man, why don't you step outside? Let me holler at you real quick. And then he disappeared for a little bit.
He fell.
He
fell.
Curtis.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh.
Yeah. Help me, man. I fell. Then you come back. Why you ain't help me, Curtis?
He told Scotty, you freaking me out. You freaking me out, Scotty. You freaking me out.
Yeah, man. And I like production value too. So like if I do a voiceover of a giraffe running from a lion, I'll be outside running when I record it.
So you get the effect like it's really like that's what's really happening.
Yep. Like you can hear me running outside and be like, oh man, that sounds like he really running. So some people appreciate those little nuances.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Tony, give me your Mount Rushmore comedians.
Okay. I'm gonna give you
top 4.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 of the ones I just named. I'm gonna give you Sinbad.
Okay.
And this is my personal one. I can give you a comedy Mount Rushmore, or I can give you my personal.
Hey, I want yours. Who are your Mount Rushmore comedians? Tony Baker's Mount Rushmore.
Got you. Damon Wayans. I feel like his HBO specials are underrated. We know Damon is a legend,
Yeah.
but I feel like his comedy specials don't get talked about enough, man. It's crazy. So I'm gonna give you Damon Wayans. I'm gonna give you Sinbad as well. I feel like Sinbad don't get talked about
Yeah,
enough to be that
very
funny
funny.
and that clean and that consistent is crazy. And his crowd work is bananas.
Yep.
So I got them two on there. I'm gonna give you uh dang man. Because I wanna throw Eddie on there, but he only got two specials. But they was monumental though.
Eddie
Yeah.
Griffin.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh, Murphy. Okay.
He only got two of those. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna slide him off.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him on the legendary Mount Rushmore, but since he only got two, I'm gonna slide him off. And then I want to put George Carlin on there
Ooh, that's
because
a
Yeah, I
good
love
one.
Carlin.
That's my boy.
George Carlin, man. George Carlin, man, I could listen to him all
Yes.
day, and the way he breaks
I
stuff
got.
down is
Hey,
just,
I have all his specials, all
oh
of them.
man, that dude was
Listen,
crazy,
you
man.
got it. There are very few comedians that you go and see where you have to think.
Mhm.
He makes you think. He
Yeah,
forces you to think.
yep. And then not only that, not only thinking, you gonna walk away having
Some
learned some
stuff,
stuff. It's
yeah.
Yes,
just like,
yes.
Oh
yo,
He's
yes,
very
I,
socially conscious.
very
yes.
He's
And
very
the way he
socially
breaks,
conscious. He's gonna talk about things in real life that you're
real time.
dealing
Yep.
with, and you think like, damn,
Mhm.
he put that in perspective. You know
Mhm.
who I think one of the greatest storytellers, especially of this generation, Chappelle.
Who that?
Chappelle.
They.
Oh yeah,
Oh
for
yeah.
sure,
Man,
for
that Joker,
sure.
and he can take the way he can diffuse our audience and
Hmm.
talk about
Yeah,
things that you shouldn't be talking about. And
Hmm.
and
yeah,
before you know it, his SNL, when he did SNL a couple of years ago, Bake,
mhm,
it
yeah.
might have been the greatest monologue in Saturday Night
Oh
Live
yeah,
history.
yeah,
Ocho, if you haven't seen it, go
Yeah, I
back
saw
and
it.
look at his monologue.
Yeah.
yeah. You know what's dope about Chappelle? The way his comedy transformed. If you go back and look in the Killing Them Softly or his early
Uh-huh.
specials, it was more rapid fire,
Yeah,
it was more jokes, but then he developed into like this monumental storyteller where you just like listening, you just like,
yeah,
man, this dude
Yeah.
breaking it all the way
Mhm.
down to where the jokes sneak up on you
yes,
now. It's like I don't know if success made him more comfortable in his
Right.
approach to where he could just be like, y'all gonna rock with me anyway, so let me just sit
And
down,
right.
take my
smoke this
time.
cigarette. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But his transition is just crazy. Patrice O'Neal is another
Yeah,
dude that I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
Classic. Classic.
if he didn't pass away, oh man,
Classic.
no telling where he would have went.
What about Pryor? What do
But
you think
I'm a
about Pryor?
You know what I feel about Pryor? I would put him on the Mount Rushmore of the best comedians to ever exist because when you look at Def Comedy
Yeah.
Jam, it was 27, 35 Richard Pryor's on that
Mm.
thing. Like he birthed so many comedians that if you were young and didn't catch Richard Pryor in his
Mhm.
prime, you would go back and look at a Richard Pryor special and be like, yo, this reminds me of like Def Jam. That's because they were born from
Mhm.
him.
Yep. Asante Samuel saw the clips of us debating him in Prime, and he responded to us, Ocho.
Yeah.
That's your problem, pimp. You're also brainwashed at Shannon Sharpe. I'm not worried about what everyone perceives to be true. Like yourself, I stand on facts. You have yet to talk about the facts. You can easily be manipulated just like everyone has because of marketing. I bet you won't debate me. Big facts. Shannon
Oh,
Sharpe, safety has the short middle. Nobody's in the deep but me and the receiver. You don't know the truth, pimp. You just talking out your with no facts. Let's
Right.
talk, or you scared like everyone else, bro.
Hey,
Son,
I ain't even know your answers. You like, okay, I like that. I like that, huh? Hey, y'all get, hey, listen, we can have a club Shay Shay, right? Listen to me now, stay with me. We have a club Shay Shay, DV edition. A good conversation, PowerPoint presentation style, film up there to support each of your opinions and facts that you might
it ain't
have
no
on.
opinion. He's not time. What are we
Oh, okay,
debating?
okay. Let me finish, baby. Let me finish. I'm just listen. I'm giving you the ultimate content right now. Something that's never been done before. A format that's never been done before. Two players. Actually, three, because you're a part of it too. Three players. You got Prime, Asante Samuels, and you. You one that loves to break down film. He's also one that loves to break down film. Now, just picture this. You talk about you think Cat Williams did a whole bunch of numbers? What you think you and Son sitting down, going over, okay, you want to prove it? Prove it. Die in the sky don't lie. I'm just throwing the idea out there because the format has never been done before.
I've given Coach time and myself have given Asante Samuel more attention since he's been retired than he's ever gotten. After tonight, I'm done with this. There's nothing to debate.
My bad.
There's no one gonna say he's in the realm of time. He's in the realm of Darrelle Revis. He's in the realm of Rod Woodson or a Charles Woodson or a Darryl Green or a Mel Blount. He's not. I don't give a damn what he says about the film. He played more. Look, bro, you had an unbelievable career. Congratulations. You're just not time. You're not time. You're not Revis. Hold on. Find out, did he make an all-decade team? Because Time made all-decade, and he's one of the 100 greatest players of all time. Let's see his resume. Let's see his body of work. I complimented him. I said, Time don't believe in wasted motion. The T-step worked well for Asante. I gave him a compliment. Let's see his resume. So he didn't make all decade. Four-time Pro Bowler. One-time All-Pro. How many Pro Bowls did Time make? How many all-team? Yeah. Oh. Same number of Super Bowls. But one guy was a Defensive Player of the Year. One guy, as a defensive back, swung the balance of power. How many DBs can say swung the balance of power? He go to one team to keep the other team from going. He goes to the other team and keep that team from going. Bruh, you had an unbelievable career. You went to a Pro Bowl, you're an All-Pro. You're not Time. And that's not a knock. It's okay. It's okay. But I don't know why you getting mad at me. I tell you what, go find the GM, go find the coach, go find the player that says Asante Samuel is the equivalent or better than Time. That's all you got to do. Hell, your son won't say you better than Time. And he a junior. Let's be real, man. You coming, I'm the wrong one.
What you doing? Where you going?
I got that. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I complimented you. I said you had an outstanding career. I say the T-step served you well. I just said you weren't Time. That's okay. If somebody says, you know what, Shannon, you had an unbelievable career. Shannon, you went to 8 Pro Bowls, you're a first-team All-Pro, you're an all-decade player, you're in the Hall of Fame, but you ain't Gronk. Okay. You ain't Travis Kelce? Okay. But you ain't going to go no other tight end than we talk about you ain't that. If you want to say Gronk, if you want to say Kelce, Shannon, you not that. I ain't finna fight you. But you ain't going to go no more. You ain't going to go no more. Because when I left, every record that a tight end could have, I had it. Catches, yards, touchdowns, most yards in a game.
Hey, so hold on. I just now that you mentioned that, when we factor in the numbers and statistics, does that play any factor in Asante's case, or it doesn't matter? Just curious.
He had more pass breakups and fewer interceptions. How many pick sixes did he have? All I know is when I left the game, I had every record that a tight end could possibly have. Ain't nobody had them but me. Now, they done came along and broke them. Gonzo broke them, and Gates did this, and Gronk, and this and that. But I don't know why he mad at me. I gave him a compliment.
Yeah.
I said he had an outstanding career.
Yeah.
I said the T-step for him served him well.
I like the convo. I like the dialogue. I would love, especially for not the casual fan, but for people that are fans of the game. I wish we could dive a little bit more. I'm obviously not here on the show. I'm
just asking you, find the general manager, find the head coach, find the receiver, because he talking like he was that. I guarantee you, when you find somebody that say he a top 10 cornerback, if we go back and study history, top 10 corner. So we got Time, we got Revis, we got Mel Blount, we got Rod Woodson, we got Darrell Green, we got Aeneas Williams, we got Mel Blount. Okay, that's 7 right there. Where are we going to put him in the list of all time and the history of the NFL?
Right.
Is he cracking the top 10? That's your homeboy. He from Florida. I want you to tell me. You tell me.
Where would you put him?
No, ain't where I'm asking you. I just named 7 guys. Which one of those 7 guys are you putting him in front of?
You heard me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'm asking you.
Oh, I forgot about Champ Bailey. You putting him in front of Champ?
You ain't answered the question.
Are you putting him in front of Champ?
You heard me?
I'm listening, yeah.
Where would you put him? Where would you rank him?
I asked you.
No,
I asked you.
Me the questions.
Yes.
No, I'm asking you. Where do you rank him? Based on what
I'm
you
asking
saw.
this man. I just asked this man a simple question. I gave him 7, 8 names. He talking about where would I rank him? I asked you.
Yeah, because
go ahead.
listen,
Ocho, I get it.
Hey,
you gonna probably bump into him.
Hold on,
but at some point in time.
Hey, hold on. It don't matter who I bump into.
Okay, well, you got him in front of the guys that I mentioned.
But he addressed you. Where are you asking me the question? He addressed you, so I'm asking you, where do you rank him?
I already done said it. Are you putting? He's not in front of Time. He's not in front of Revis. He's not in front of Rod Woodson. He's not in front of Charles Woodson. He's not in front of Mel Blount. He's not in front of Aeneas Williams. He's not in front of a Champ Bailey. That's 7.
Okay.
That's 7 guys.
Okay,
who is he in front of? Is he top 10 all time in the history? Dick Night Train Lane, Emil Tunnel. Is he in?
Hey,
I'm just asking. He got all these facts. Who is he in front of? I tell you what. Who is he in front of the list that I just named?
Now you name all time, like all time.
He talking like he all time great. That's the problem. Nobody got a problem with him saying he's not good. You talking about all time great. The guy that I list, he's at the front of the line. Mel Blount, Defensive Player of the Year. Charles Woodson, Defensive Player of the Year. Rod Woodson, Defensive Player of the Year. There have been a lot of guys. But number 2-1 is at the front of the line.
Yeah.
He talking like he in that group. Look, we go into a room. In the Hall of Fame, okay. We go into a room, we all into a room, but there are certain guys at certain tables. We in the room, but we not at that table. He not even in the room. He on the outside. Hey, y'all know I played, right? Yeah, but this for big dog. Keep it a stack. So I will chat. Y'all tell me of the guys that I list, who he better than? I ain't mentioned Pat P. I ain't mentioned Richard Sherman yet. I just gave y'all a couple of names. I want you to tell me who he better than the list I listed. Who y'all putting him in front of, chat? Y'all put him in front of Dion. Y'all put him in front of Revis. Y'all put him in front of Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson. Y'all put him in front of Mel Blount. Who are y'all putting? Champ Bailey. Who are y'all putting him in front of? Asante Samuel. Who?
Hold on, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what the chat talking about.
No, I want you to see what the chat talking about. You played against him. What you talking about? You played against Charles Woodson. You played against Pat P. You played against Sherm. Who are you putting him in front of?
I ain't play against Sherm, but I did my thing everywhere I went. You hear me? It was like Halloween. If I knock on the door, I'm coming to get some candy.
I'm asking you a simple question. Of the guys that were mentioned, who is he in front of?
And I wouldn't say in front of, because you mentioned the greats, but he has the numbers to be in the room. I know that much. And you base everything off numbers. When you talk about let me finish before you say anything. When you talk about MJ in comparison to Michael Jordan, when it comes to debates in any other sport, we always bring up the numbers, but all of a sudden the numbers are ignored when it comes to now talking about the two.
Ain't none of them. Hold on.
In comparison,
he got 4 Pro Bowls.
Now
all those guys. Hold on. This dude got 4 Pro Bowls.
Listen to me. I'm not finished.
Okay.
But again, now we understand. But when we do a comparison based on greatness,
I'll tell you what. Guess what? You had a former coach. Your former coach had 3 Pro Bowls and 62 picks. You taking Dick LeBeau?
Oh, hey,
you like numbers?
What you know about
like numbers?
Hey, what you know about LeBeau, boy? What you know about? Hey,
you just told me numbers.
Yeah, I mean listen, that's what everything is based off of, right?
Yeah. No. Okay, numbers. Okay, let's go all pros. Let's go Pro Bowls. Let's go all decade. Let's go defensive player of the year.
Right.
That's part of numbers also, just not picks.
Okay.
I look at it like this. If you get 6 picks and you give up 8 touchdowns, what have you done?
Okay, I see what you're doing. I
thought the job of a corner is to take away more than you give up.
Mm-hmm. That's a great combo.
I'm just waiting on this man to tell me who is he better than the list I named. Now we're gonna have, guess what? Let's have the conversation. Hopefully, Lord spare both of our lives, we're able to have a conversation another 10 to 15 years.
We will.
Now, I'm gonna need to see a gold jacket on his back. Because all the guys that I mentioned, now, hey, Jalen Ramsey's gonna be coming up. Richard Sherman's gonna be coming up. Pat P's gonna be coming up. You see, what he's trying to do, it's all about marketing. Bro, you played on the Patriots. Ty Law played on the Patriots. Ty Law got a red jacket and a gold jacket. So don't do that bull job about marketing. Who was on TV more than the Patriots, Ocho?
Oh, during that 20-year
During
run?
that time, who?
Yeah.
Oh, so now it's marketing. Time ain't no marketing, bro. Yeah, he marketed himself to know how to parlay that, but that man on the field, you better go check them tapes. Either you can or you can't.
That's a great conversation, boy. That's a good one now.
Oh, Willie Brown, Mike Haynes. Mike Haynes got 9 Pro Bowls. You better go check.
That's a great combo. Well, let me grab me a water.
Asante, go ahead, bro. Asante, you had a great career, bro. You a good player. You just said, all I said, you weren't time. And you had to get personal. I don't know why. I mean, if you wanted to come on Nightcap to get your name out there, you could have did that.
Hey, listen. That is a great combo, boy. You hear me? It's a great
combo. What's a great combo?
This one. I like this. I just obviously it's not me as the individual, but I'm just saying that's why.
In his prime, is he better than Stephon Gilmore? I mean, at some point, hey, Chad, don't y'all want Ocho to chime in instead of just talking about this is a great combo? He ain't saying nothing about the man. The man
listening to you. You telling me.
This is Nightcap, Unc and Ocho. We don't listen to each other. We go back and forth.
I've been chiming in all
No,
night.
you ain't saying nothing.
I'm listening to you. Now listen,
you see what he said, Chad? He listened to me.
He addressed Shannon Sharpe. He sent a long message to Shannon Sharpe. So I'm just listening to what you have to say.
Hold on. Where did he address Shannon Sharpe? What was Shannon Sharpe speaking on?
On what? On him?
On Nightcap. Nightcap, Unc and Ocho.
Right. So it's your job to answer back.
I get it. Chad, y'all see, Ocho don't want to chime in. He from Florida. Ocho might bump into him. Y'all know me. I don't give a damn.
I mean, hey, what is bumping in having to do anything?
See, here's the problem.
Hold on,
Here's
what
the
does
thing
bumping
with
in have to
Shannon
do
Sharpe.
anything?
Whatever Shannon Sharpe say on Nightcap, Shannon Sharpe, if he bumped into said player, Shannon Sharpe is man enough to stand on that. Bro, you not time. You not Charles Woodson. You not Rod Woodson. You not Darrell Reeves. You not Mel Blunt. You not Mike Haynes. You not Darryl Green. You not. Facts. Now, of the 10 guys that I named, find the coach, find the receiver that say Asante Samuel is better than any of those guys.
See, and the way you make it sound. Oh, see, you being mean.
How am I being? Ocho.
Ocho. You being? You said, you hear how you make it sound? You make it sound like Buddy was trash or something.
I didn't say he was trash.
Saying, I'm just saying the way you talking, like you acting like we just sitting here talking about some old bum. I'm just curious.
Ocho. Who can I say?
Yeah, I mean, and listen, I played the game. Listen, I played the game, right? Hold on, wait, stay with me real quick. I played the game on the other side of the ball, so I know. I played against Prime. I played against Unc. I have an understanding of both and how good they were at what they. Oh, hold on, great as Prime was, and how good Unc was. So it's hard for me to sit here and say, you know, the way you doing it when I saw it with my own eyes. I understand how great Prime is, but then I know what that young bull was doing as well when he was playing.
All I said he was good. I said he was a very good player, had an unbelievable career.
Look how you said it.
He used the technique. He used the technique that time doesn't approve of. Two things can be true.
Yes, sir.
Okay, some guys like to play press and open the gate.
Yes,
some
sir.
guys like to press and put hands.
Yeah.
Whatever technique works for you. But he was talking as if he was the equivalent because he posted his stats and time stats saying, look at our stats.
Right.
So he's posting those stats as if he's the equivalent. And I said he's not. I didn't say he wasn't a good player. I said he went to Pro Bowls. I think he was an All-Pro. I know he won Super Bowls in New England. That's what I said.
Right.
He took offense that I didn't co-sign him. I don't need no marketing. I don't need to co-sign. I think everybody's known. I didn't have an opportunity to critique time when he played, when he went back for those 2 years, because he was mainly a safety and he didn't start the game. Okay, that's fine. But I've never had a problem critiquing any player. I critique Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, you name a player, Ray Lewis, receivers, T.O., Randy. I've never had a problem critiquing because I'm basing it on my not intimate knowledge of the game and film study. When I was at CBS, I would watch film. How many times when I was at CBS or Fox, when you ever heard a guy call talk about Shannon Sharpe, don't know what the hell he talking about?
No, that ain't gonna happen.
See what y'all trying to do. Well, you doing this. That's not what I said. No, I've never said, see, the difference is Skip tried to say, I said I was better than Tom Brady. I said Tom Brady wasn't playing well. Why would I, as a tight end, compare myself to a quarterback?
Okay, right.
I would need to compare myself to Gronk, to Kelsey, or a tight end. That's the only way you can get an equivalent. I said,
yeah.
Asante had a great career. Pro Bowls, Super Bowls. Now, guy, like I said, you want to say, Shannon, you ain't Trav, you ain't Gronk.
Right.
Yeah, you right.
You gotta live with that.
You right. You got me.
Right.
You got me. But I'm just confused.
Hey.
But look, bro, I gave you 15 minutes of fame. Fame that you never would have got had you not mentioned me or time. Enjoy it. Now, go back to your solitary life. Nobody's gonna. When was the last? I tell you what, Ocho. When was the last time? Prior to last night. When was the last time you heard somebody mention Asante Samuel? Take your time. I'm gonna go get me some water. Take your time. Hey, Chad, y'all keep Ocho interested.
Hey, anyway, chat. We back. Unc is a little upset. He's a little upset. Other than that, it's a great conversation. I like it. I like the dialogue. I like the back and forth. I like players also. What we always talk about, having a belief, having not only the belief in what you can do and what you've already done, and bringing it to the forefront. Bringing it to the forefront and supporting what it is you've done in comparison to someone else who is also great. And that's okay. Now, a lot of people won't see it that way, as you can see it, including Unc. But one thing I've always do see is, if you were bad at what you do, then I will always come out and say that. But I played against both, and I understand how good both were. I understand how great Prime was, obviously catching him on the tail end of his career, and obviously playing against Asante during his prime and understanding how good he was, how much of a student of the game he was. And what I'm not going to do is diminish what I was able to see for years while I was playing, and understanding, watching film on him, and understanding how good he was and how savvy he was technically, you know? So it's different coming from someone that actually played on the opposite side and understand how good he was. You know, so it's hard to sit here and say, oh, he's not good. Whoa. I had to go against this. I had to go against that for years. So it's different. It's different. You know, especially, and a lot of people in the chat, obviously some of the comments on Twitter, on X, whatever it may be, their feelings are always different as well, because it's based off who you know and what they've done. Hey, Unc, that was good. Hey,
I just asked you a simple question.
Which one?
Prior to last night and today, when was the last time you heard somebody mention Asante Samuel?
I'm supposed to know. I be on Nightcap.
Every time a tight end break a record, who record they sit up there? The most 150-yard games, the most long this, the most that. Every Sunday in the NFL season when the tight end does something, who name is up there? When they have them names, he just passed this one. Who name is also up there?
Ocho?
Don't worry about Ocho. Hey, Chad, all I try to do, try to go back and forth, but Ocho, Ocho's like, hey.
We did go back and forth. That was a good one though. I know you laughing. I'm saying, I'm for real. That was a good one.
I don't.
That was a good one.
Mannie Fresh.
What's up, bro? What's up? What's happening, Chad?
Well, what's up, baby? What's good with
brother?
you?
You good?
Yeah, man. Listen, I just left New Orleans, man, about 3 days ago. I'm feeling good. That's my second home now.
For sure. I saw you claiming some awards and all of that, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every bit of
it. Fresh, when you look back at your career and you look back, not that your career is done, when you look back at all the people that you've touched and you've made beats for, what are you most proud of?
Relationships, bro. Like, relationships better than, the beats or whatever. To bring people together and keep them together. Even like right now, what's going on with my crew, like for us to get back together as men and go back out there 25, 26 years and still getting it. So I always tried to be the mediator for everybody, even when I was doing a beat with somebody who was beefing with somebody, I was like, listen, bro, that's foolishness. Put that down and let's get it.
Did you always want to be a producer? Did you always want to be in the music? So how did this come about? How did you get into and then it wasn't like you was just like you had some of the hottest rappers.
Oh yeah.
The Waynes and the Juvies and the hot. You had it all, Fresh.
Yeah. So I started out as a DJ, and even now, I'm a DJ. My dad was a DJ, so what got me into this was my dad. You know, I used to have to hook my dad's stuff up. I used to have to. My dad was a street DJ, so you know, like them holding the wall balls.
Right.
And I saw what a DJ do. Like, you know, a DJ actually puts you in a good mood. Like, you know,
Yes.
if your bills due, you going through something, it's the DJ's job to make you feel
Make you forget about that.
Yeah, forget about all of that. And you know, and that spirit just came on me to be like, you know what, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Hey, so outside of Pops, man, growing up, who were some other musical influences and how did they shape you or shape the sound? Your sound was different from everybody else. You know, how did the sound develop you as a producer?
Growing up in New Orleans, bro, it was music all over. You know, everywhere you went, there was, you know, there was somebody playing something. So I just kind of put all of that together. And the way I call what I do is gumbo. I took elements from Coast, West Coast, you know what I'm saying, down south, and just made something that was mine. So, you know, you just take a whole bunch of ingredients from everywhere. You know, when we was early New Orleans, you know, in the 80s, we liked West Coast and East Coast songs. We didn't have our sound yet. So, you know, and then Miami bass came, and then we felt like the 808 is our sound. The 808 was definitely down south, you know, and I was like, okay. And I was like, let me take a little bit of this East Coast, a little bit of this West Coast, and mix it with some of this Luke. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good recipe.
Yeah. Hey, right now, I want to think about the current state of New Orleans sports. You know, your Pelicans, your Saints.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the current state of sports in New Orleans? And what do you think what is the vibe like? Obviously, during the season, I'm not able to be there. I was there for Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's my second home. You hear me?
Yeah.
So
well,
how do you feel right now? Especially the Saints.
Yeah. So one of the things, you know, let's just say New Orleans is, let's just say it. New Orleans is a party city. So it's kind of hard on the athlete. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a city where, you know, it never shuts down. Like, you know, so when you come there, you got to come there with the, you know, like you got to be focused because you could easily get caught up into nothing close. Nobody ain't going to tell you put that drink down. You know what I'm saying? And if you athletes and you hanging out with rappers, it's just not going to vibe. It ain't going to go right. You feel me? So that's one of the things we gotta fix. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say no names, but we got a little bit of partying going on right now. You know? So if we fix that, you're gonna see an improvement in our teams, bro.
Okay.
Manny, when you look at it, you look at BG, Juvie, the Hot Boys, Lil Wayne, Big Timers. How soon did you know that, you know what, that youngest one, the smallest one, he gonna be him?
Oh, bro, Wayne was the first one there, the last one to leave. So, you know, when you, and it was times where his mom might have took him out the group because he had bad grades or whatever, and immediately he improved. You know, because it was something that he was like, I got to figure this out. Like, you know, and he would beg his mom forever to get back into it. But just like I said, he knew, like, take for instance, Back That Ass Up. Wayne knew to hang around for that song to get the last part of it, to do that after you back it up, then stop, then what? He was just like, nah, this one of them. You know what I'm saying? And you get that from hanging around to be like, I'm gonna hang around because I feel like this is one of those songs.
Right.
You know, so we couldn't get rid of him when we was doing that song.
What about the bling bling? How did he come up with the bling bling?
It was always a line that was used in a song. You know, like he would, and I was like, that's kind of clever, you know, and I always thought like it was something that stood out about it. It was something about, you know, it was bling that, you know, Wayne was the first person that I heard to say bling, no doubt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was something clever about it. So I just had, I don't know, like something just woke me up and was just like bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling, you know, when I wrote the hook, I was like, it's something special about this.
Pinky ring worth about 50.
Yeah, I was like, something special about bling.
Yeah. I like it. Listen, you also shared a very, very, very interesting story coming up with the hook for Baha Man's Who Let the Dogs Out, but not receiving credit. Can you tell us how the hook?
I wasn't supposed to get credit because I was just joking around. You see?
Oh, okay.
I was in Circle House, you know, and it's some people.
That's out here.
I was at Circle House, you know, when that happened. You know, I was with BB and them, like, you know what I'm saying? And somebody just said, like, hey, bro, do you want to? One of the dudes from the guys who own Circle House in the Circle, right? So one of them was just like, hey, bro, we got somebody in the studio. If you want to work with them, like, you know what I'm saying? They working on something. And I just mentioned, you know what I'm saying? Something in playing, like, you know, because I think I was doing Still Fly at the time. And I was like, hey, how about if y'all try this? You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the beat going, ooh, you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, we good? I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. You know, and it was one of them songs where you hear and you just like, damn, I remember that.
Yeah.
You know, so in real life, I'm not supposed to get credit. It was me helping out.
Okay.
But it's one of them moments where you say, like, I never thought that song would have been that big. You know,
Right.
And it turned out to be something huge.
Hey, took off.
Yeah.
Took off.
Man, if I put you under this gun and I say, Manny, give me your 5 best beats, what are they?
Damn. That's tough, bro.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, I never even thought about it like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say let's go from 5 to 1. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll start with probably Go DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Go DJ.
Go DJ.
Yeah, I'll start
with DJ.
I'll go from Go DJ to probably, man, Get Your Roll On.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go to Get Your Roll On from there. I'll go to from Get Your Roll On. Let me see. I would say
them anthems.
T.I. Top Back. I let my beat down low. Down
yeah, man.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
That's that early T.
Then where I'm at. Damn. I got 2 more.
Yep.
Yeah.
400 Degrees and Back That Ass Up.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Listen.
How did you get linked up with Birdman and Cash Money?
Through me DJing in the club. I had a mutual friend that was like, hey, dude, some dudes are starting a label, right? And I was like, I know of them because I DJ'd all over New Orleans. So when we met, I was like, hey, bro, I heard they had a record out already, but it was something that was kind of, I was like, that ain't it, bro. You know, I started out with that. I was like, that ain't it. So I was, but if we gonna do this, we gonna, you know, I'm like, we gonna do it for real, because I'm like, I'm all in. So we finally got to a point where they was like, okay, you know, we gonna get out the streets and we gonna do it the right way, you know. And when they made that decision, we started making bounce records. And Cash Money, the first generation of it, was bounce twerk records, you know, and it morphed into rap. BG was the first album that I did. Chopper City was like a rap album, and that changed the whole label. That changed it to, okay, now it's strictly rapping his own.
Wow. Hey, I see them whips behind you. What you got sitting behind you?
Oh man, this is my garage. I got a couple of Rarys right here.
What?
Yeah, man. I gets down for the get down. No wait.
Hey, yeah, let them pay it down, okay? Is that an M3, that white? Is that an M3 BMW?
This is what you call. Let me bring you over here, man. Come on, let me bring you over here. This is a clown shoe, a Z3.
Okay, a Z3. No, the white one, the one you passed. What's the one you passed?
This?
Yes.
Nissan 240.
Okay, 240. Okay.
The Fast and the Furious.
Okay, the M3. That's so. What is this? What's that
this
right there?
Here is an Acura NSX.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I remember them.
Right here, you got a Corvette 60.
Okay. Is that a split window?
This is 6.7.
Okay.
3 is the split window. You got a Shelby Mustang up here.
Okay. Got an Eleanor sitting up there, I see.
Yeah. This is a 993 Porsche.
Okay.
And you got the Rari right there. You got another one up there. You got another one back here.
Damn. Hey, what's that green? Is that a Porsche?
Yeah, as a Porsche.
Yeah, you got the Rover truck right there.
Okay, Daddy, you got to have that Rover.
Yeah.
So you got a combination. You like kind of old and the new.
Yeah, I like a little bit of everything, bro.
Okay.
Right.
I like that.
Man, damn, man. Hey, can you took your boy? I want a DJ. Let you hook them up. They pay it like that.
I've been hustling for a long time.
Well, let me ask you this, Manny. Who haven't you worked with that you would love to work with?
They dead, bro. Marvin.
Oh, really? You said Marvin Gaye?
Hey, all my favorite artists is kind of out of here already, you know?
Damn.
Yeah,
It's not. Man, J. Cole. Let me say, yeah. It ain't too many people that I haven't worked with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm an old spirit, really. You give me Shaka Khan, I'm gonna be all right.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
If I didn't work with them, they took something, they sampled the music, borrowed the music.
Right.
One way or another. And I'm very grateful that it's like 27 years later and the world is still, jamming these records.
Manny, did you ever think that when you was DJing, you follow your dad around to those old, we call them juke joints, hole in the walls.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that following your dad around and hooking his equipment up and you starting on your own, that it would take you to where you are now?
Yeah, bro. I'm somebody who I believe in saying it, the power of words. I've always, till it got on a lot of people's nerves that, when you got somebody, you could write something on your refrigerator and they like, that will never happen. Like, write down that, you know what, I'm gonna have $1 million and they like, take that off, and I'm like, no, let it sit right there. I need to see that every day.
I
need to keep on, but I was that person, still that person. Fuel for me is tell me what I can't do, and I'm gonna prove you wrong.
I like that.
Yesterday, man, somebody asked us, which would look more awkward, me with a beard or Ocho with a full head of hair? Look at that.
Both shit. Both of them.
Hey, I
that's why y'all got twist? Why y'all got twist on Ocho head? That's you, Ocho.
Bro.
Hey, I look normal though.
Yeah, he do look normal, bro.
Man, who gave me that splotchy ass beard though? That's what I want to know.
You look like Old Spice commercial ready.
Yeah. Hey, they got me that splotchy ass beard.
You dude for the Old Spice commercial.
It don't connect to the goatee. It stop halfway up my face. Come on, man. Y'all did me wrong.
Hey, that's funny. That's funny.
My beard look like I got the mange.
Yeah, see, I still look the same with a full head of hair.
Hey, man, so what we got coming up? You got any projects in the work? You got something?
We on tour. You know what I'm saying? The Hot Boys is on tour. So, look for us to come to your city soon.
Right.
And the cool thing is, I think we've done maybe 5 shows, and all 5 we've sold out all the stadiums, still selling out.
Wow.
And there's no opening act, none of that. It's just us. So, like I said, I think we got maybe 20 more dates to do, and I foresee like we probably gonna do 20 more after that. So we on tour right now, doing it big.
Man, the biggest superstar in your city right now is Zion Williamson. He seemingly got his weight down. They say he's like 264, which is as light as he's been since he's been there. What advice, if you had an opportunity to sit down, and I don't know if you have, maybe you have, but if you had an opportunity to sit down with Zion, what's some of the advice you would give him?
Leave them beignets alone, little brother.
But it's hard, hey Manny, it's hard to eat healthy in New Orleans. Because like you said, you got gumbo, you got po' boy, you got etouffee,
That's
you
exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
everything.
New
You got boudin.
Destroys athletes, bro.
Yeah. That's tough. That's a tough one.
Hey, man, thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
For sure,
Thank you for all the beats.
That was dope.
Because like you said, we gave you 5, but you got 25. And you got anthems. They're not just beats, they're anthems. And anytime somebody pop those on, the club gonna get hyped.
The
stadium gonna get hyped.
Thank y'all for having me, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate it, bro. All the best.
Thank y'all, brothers.
Appreciate it. Love.
Mannie Fresh. Man, hey, I might need to start DJing, Ocho. I ain't got no garage like that.
Huh?
My garage got 2 cars in it. A old ass Range Rover and an old BMW.
He got some stuff, bro. He play.
Yeah, he got
I ain't got nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't got
stuff
nothing.
on it.
Hey, just do it like I'm doing it. Hey, keep it to yourself. You'll never see it on Instagram.
Oh, hell nah.
For sure, keep it to yourself.
God, hey, you put anything you put on Instagram, they're gonna try to come get it.
Hey, bro, there you go. So good night to y'all, bro. See y'all.
All right.
soon.
Appreciate it, Manny. Have a good one, bro.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why I got good energy.
Okay.
Not only did I take a nap, before I took a nap, even though I don't have a partner here, You know, I had to find out how these things work.
No, 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 the spots. He on the spots.
Hey, listen, I put one under my tongue, right?
Yeah.
I put one in my tongue because I just want to see what it would do for me.
Yeah,
See
yeah,
how
man.
my body would react to it. Now, when I ordered my sparks, now I went through everything. They
Step
said
by
I need,
step.
and I got to prescribe based on what I like, based on the questions I had to ask.
Yeah.
And it did wonders. And it did wonders, and I ain't even had nobody with me.
Yeah.
So I'm on one of the sparks just for the show. That's why I'm talking so fast and I'm so excited, enthusiastic right now, and very passionate about what we finna do.
I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm telling you.
Huh?
Y'all got any crooked bridges in Florida?
Nah.
Man, Ocho, I had one in my pocket.
Right.
And I leaned over there and dropped it in the water. The bridge straightened out. I ain't gonna lie to you, Ocho, I swear it did. Ocho, I swear it did. The bridge straightened out just like, I said, dang! I thought the bridge was like whining. Straighten it out. That's my guy right there, number 85, the route runner extraordinaire, the Bingo Ring of Fame, honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Since you took us there, Rose Sparks dissolves under your tongue for faster results. And by results, I mean, you know what I'm saying, Ocho, a mean one. Plus, they last up to 36 hours. So that means you get turned on and you compete, repeat, and repeat, three-peat if necessary. Find out if a prescription Rose Sparks are right for you at ro.co/nightcap.
Hey, you know how the rappers always spread money.
Yeah, they spread their money, spread their bread out like that. Yeah,
I'm gonna spread the rolls out. I'm gonna spread the rolls out. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Hey, somebody's daughter in trouble. I don't know who.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, somebody goes, hey, man, y'all better stay away from Ocho. Your rear ain't gonna need a lining. Just saying, stay away from him now. The Liberty Flames got blown out in their first round of the 2025 NCAA tournament by the Oregon Ducks. Unfortunately, Liberty head coach Ritchie McKay, that might not have been the worst part of the night. McKay was interviewed on the sideline by one of the reporters on the broadcast. Ocho, take a look at this photo.
Yeah.
Bro, does he not know that we know that's spray?
Hey, let young bull live his life, man. That's that good Beijing. You hear me?
But Ocho, if you notice, you can't do it. You got, first of all, he got two, but you gotta cut it down some. Because you can't have that much hair and then have that, because he got that thing looking like Carlos Boozer. Hey, Chad, y'all remember Carlos Boozer when that had that thing slicked down?
Had a nice little beard. Hey, maybe he didn't realize it, and maybe because the light, you see the light shine on his forehead. Maybe it's the light from the camera that making it look worse than what it really is. So if the
I'm
light
glad they got
on
blown out. Cause can you imagine had they not got blown out and it's a close game and he's starting to sweat?
Ooh,
man, you see some of the old Baptist ministers, them Baptist ministers be up there in that pool pit and they got that spray in Beijing. Yeah, start dripping down.
Yeah.
Hey.
Don't do him like that. Don't do
man,
him like
I'm just telling you, hey, Chad know what I'm talking about. Man, he wrong for that, Ocho. You can't go out there like we now, you know what? Our counterparts might ain't say nothing. But I guarantee every black person that watched that has something to say.
Always, we ain't gonna let nothing. Hey, listen, we ain't gonna let nothing slide, especially nothing like that. Listen, on national television. Oh no, he got that good Beijing.
Yeah. Oh, and you might not. You see him in church. You ain't gonna say nothing in church, but soon as you get off church ground, you see the Joker hair in this hair. I don't know what he thought that was. Oh, no, you can't. Hey, Ocho. You see that when you start getting them cow licks and then you might as well go ahead and cut it down. It's just a matter of time.
Just let it go.
Yeah, he got them T-tops. That's them T-tops. Back in the day, you didn't have the convertible. You had the T-tops.
Right. Like the Camaro.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right. That's
Camaro exactly and the Firebird.
Nah, man. Hey. And he just, Ocho, why he just put it, he should went ahead and just put it all over. You can't just, it's two-tone.
Yeah.
He got his regular hair, and then this thing here jet black.
Well, listen, maybe it didn't start. Maybe what if it didn't start off that way? Maybe maybe it got like that at the beginning of the game. It wasn't like that. Stress, sweating, and that was the outcome of it.
No, if that game had been close and he started sweating, that thing had been all down his forehead. It started. Hey, you remember how y'all remember Rudy Giuliani? You remember
Yeah.
how he started sweating because he had that rinse in there?
Right,
and he
right,
started
right.
sweating, and that thing was all over his face. That's exactly what would have happened to him because that's that spray. That ain't that Beijing. I got that color. That, I ain't got that rinse here. This here ain't gonna sweat. But he got that spray. That spray, you get hot and start sweating, that's gonna start coming down your face.
Wait, hold on. Now you just said something. You said something. I ain't finna let that go back. You say you got the Beijing too?
I sure do.
For real?
Yep.
Okay. I like that.
Sure
I
do.
like that. I like that.
Ain't no
I like that.
first of all, there are a lot of people got it. You ain't about to be 50. Hey, first of all, I'm not Pakistani. I'm not Indian descent, so my hair ain't gonna be jet black. Ain't no damn 50.
Right.
And I ain't the only one. There are a lot of mofos. There's a lot of mofos on television.
Right.
That y'all must be thinking. Come on now.
Hold on. This is what you need to do. Now, this might be one of the reasons why you ain't been able to find you somebody you actually want. Now, if you're in your 50s, women love a little salt and pepper. So you can stop.
They can put it on their salad, but it damn sure ain't gonna be in my head. You better put it on your plate, your food. Because every chance I get, I'm going to Joe. Hey, color the thing up, Joe. Color it up.
Hey, you don't want to let think about how you look though with the all gray.
No, I ain't gonna have no all gray.
No. Okay. Listen. I'm just throwing somebody that just to give them a different look. Give the women a different perspective of you. That's all.
I mean, hey, the chat have seen me. I ain't trying to fool nobody. I mean, y'all seen me a couple of times when I can't get back home or get it colored. Hey, I got that gray coming in. I mean, I don't know what it is. Right. These damn edges.
Hey, Unc, I'm telling you, you should try it one time. Hey, somebody use AI or something and change Unc hair color to gray. I just want to see how it look. You might like it, man. Women love a little salt and pepper now. That just let them know that you seasoned.
I am. Hey, look, I'm 57, Ocho.
Yeah.
So, But I don't know now. You can't do that though. I mean, like I said, hey, if he'd have had it all one color, if he'd have had it all that, we'd have still we probably wouldn't have noticed it as much.
Right.
But like a lot of times they do that spray to have them edges crispy. So what they do, they use that spray to get them edges crispy.
Right.
So it's a little darker than the rest of the head of the hair. But that's too much. He got that thing looking like shoe polish. Hey, I don't know if you ever shine shoes, Ocho, but my grandpa used to have me and my brother shine his shoes, and we had to shine our own shoes. So I don't know if y'all noticed about that shoe polish, but hey.
Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah.
Looking back at the cost of living 40 years ago in 1985, which one of these items surprises you the most? A new house costs $84,300. The average income was $23,600. Minimum wage was $3.35 an hour. Average rent $432 a month. College tuition $4,560. A spanking brand new car was less than $7,700. Milk was $2.20 a gallon. Eggs was 85 cents a dozen. A loaf of bread cost 68 cents. A movie ticket was $3.55. And gas costs $1.12 a gallon.
Now listen, one thing I want to say about this. I remember these days, 1985.
Yeah, I remember I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, hey, listen, I was a freshman in high school. Now when I think about it, they always say history repeats itself.
No, that ain't happening.
Wait, listen to me. Stay with me now. If you look at some of the things going on, fashion, politics, some of the things that's going on in the world, we're going back to the 60s and the 70s in certain areas and aspects in life if you actually pay attention to certain things. Now, we talk about history repeating itself. At what point will we get back to this?
Never. You're never going to buy a house for less than $100,000. Unless it's a row house, unless it's a crack house. You ain't getting no new car. You ain't getting no new car for no $7,700, Ocho.
Hey, milk
and gas ain't gonna ever be $1.12 a gallon.
Hey, eggs was 85 cents. Eggs was 85 cents per dozen.
Yeah, I was 17. I remember it. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Remember I told you used to get 3 loaves of bread for $1. I remember you get 3 loaves. The loaf of bread was 68 cents now, but I remember you can get 3 loaves of bread for $1. Yes, I remember this like I was 17. I remember this. Now I ain't know nothing about no new house. The house we stayed in probably cost $1,500. But yeah, I remember this.
The funny thing about it is the price of everything keeps going up, right?
Yeah.
Everything around us, it keeps going up. They're taking jobs away from people, using technology, chat GPT and AI and all this other stuff, automated services. But minimum wage isn't going up the way it should.
No, I remember.
To be able to offset the price of everything going up. So something gonna have
Wages
to
are going.
give.
The exact wages are going up.
Yeah.
The average consumer, the hourly is not, because it's what, $7.30 an hour?
Yeah.
I work for $3.35 an hour, so I know.
Yeah.
Ocho,
Some
but
got
even
to
back
give.
then, Ocho, you look at that and say, damn, bro, my grandma called hell. Even at 85 cents, even
Yeah.
at 68 cents for a loaf of bread, it was still hell on the Porter Sharpe household. And you look at the price and I like, damn, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's crazy.
Gas was $1.12 a gallon. And you weren't going nowhere unless you had $2 to put in my tank. So it wasn't no free ride. Hey, come take, no, you got to pay.
Right.
Yeah. I remember that like yesterday.
That's crazy.
New car.
For
Man, please.
7,000?
Boy, do you know what 7,000 was?
Oh yeah, back then I could imagine.
How you gonna buy a car? My granny made $197 every 2 weeks, so she made less than $4,000 a year. So how the hell you gonna pay for a new car?
Yeah, you're right.
And buy food.
Can you imagine if everybody rent was $430 still?
Do you know how much money that was back then?
Yeah, I already know. You got to tell me I was there. What you mean?
See,
I was there.
you looking at today's money, you making today's money, and you looking at yesterday's prices.
Right.
Transport your ass back there. You know how your mama struggled to pay $430 something. Oh, that was a boatload of money.
Yeah, I already know. But just imagine.
Hell, Granny made $500 a month. So how you gonna pay rent at $432 a month and she made $500?
And so funny, you notice how they made it work back then? They made a way.
Yeah.
No matter what, regardless.
You ate hog chili, you make pig feet, you ate coon, you ate squirrel, you ate rabbit, you ate possum. Yes, that's how you ate tripe, you ate mountain oysters. That's how you made it. You went and caught a mess of fish.
Yeah.
And you ate, that's how you made it work.
Uh-huh.
You wasn't eating no steak, no lamb chop, no lobster, no crab legs, no scallops, you wasn't eating none of that.
Right.
I had never heard of a person eating crab like Ocho, you know them Dungeness crabs, them blue crab, but like them king crab legs and lobster. I ain't never heard nobody eat no lobster. I heard nobody eat no lobster till about, can we go get some when we got in college like a senior. And guy was telling me, man, I'm gonna take old girl to Red Lobster. She want lobster. What? Right. But you know, guys, when you got that work study money, you know, you got that work study money, Ocho. You try to press somebody, you think about eating something. Man, please. Eating salmon croquette in the can, eating Vienna sausages, eating bologna. That tube bologna with the red, with the you know tube, the long tube of bologna, Ocho. Not no Oscar Mayer with the slices. You wasn't getting that.
Right.
You get that big ass tube.
Hold on, what you know? I bet you ain't had no beanies and weenies.
Nah, we ain't eat that. We did have pork and beans though.
Okay. No, pork and beans, and you take the hot dogs and cut the hot dogs up in the pork and beans. Okay.
And now we got the hot dogs. 50 came in a pack, but the hot dogs still had the casing on them. See, they were pink. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Ocho. You ain't get no Hebrew national.
Right.
Man, stop. But I'm looking at these prices. I'm like, as I look back in this now, Ocho, and I think, boy, we were bad off, Ocho. We might have been worse than I previously thought.
Right. Boy, them were some days there, boy. Boy, them were some days. Oh man,
yeah,
times. Hey, when life was simple,
Chat, y'all get ready. It's time for Ocho's favorite segment. It's time for Cinco. Where you at? Where you at, Ocho? Put your hat on.
Hey, man, hey, you know who got mad at me and cut my hat up a long time ago? That's why I stopped wearing it.
Man, don't put that.
You heard me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ocho. I'm gonna start you off with an
Hold
easy
on.
word.
Let me lock in first. Let me
Okay,
lock in. You
lock in.
don't rush me. Don't rush me. Let me lock in and focus so I can chat. This is for y'all. Tonight is for y'all, chat. I'm telling you. I
All
won the
right.
spelling bee in
Let's bless Ocho.
1978 and 1979.
Dear
I
Heavenly
got you
Father, give
tonight.
Ocho the strength to lock in and to spell these words. Help him to focus, understand, and as I enunciate these words correctly, just give Ocho the strength and the courage to spell these words with conviction.
Yes, sir.
We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Yes, sir.
Let's go,
Amen.
Ocho.
Amen.
Your first word.
First word.
Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous.
How you gonna come out the
Existing
gate? How you gonna come out the
everywhere
gate?
simultaneously. Ubiquitous.
How you come out the gate with something like that?
Okay. It's gonna get easy.
Okay.
Ubiquitous.
Okay, we starting with that. You say it again?
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. Now
Yes.
I'm assuming it's UB. Let's start there. Ubic. Now Bic lighter is BIC. So I'm gonna go UBIC. Ubic. UBICQ. TIST.
UBIQUUITOUS. Ubiquitous.
Now you knew I wasn't gonna get that. Now the chat.
I thought you'd get that one. I thought there was a chance.
What?
Okay, how about this one, Ocho? This one, and you've heard of this one. A demagogue.
A who?
A demagogue.
Wait, you mean a demigod?
A demagogue. Demagogue. It's a leader exploiting emotions to gain power. A demagogue.
Man, are these words even? Excuse me. Are these words even in the thesaurus? I've never heard that before. A demi. Say it one more time. I bet you I get
Demagogue.
it right. A demigod. ADEMI. A demigod. God.
Where the hell you get an A from? I said demagogue.
Oh, you said demi. I thought you said a demigod.
No, but you're wrong. DEMAGOGUE. Demagogue.
Oh my goodness, Unc. Hey, Unc. And not only do I not know these words, the chat don't know them either. And I hope nobody in the chat is laughing at me because I know y'all not finna sit here and pretend that y'all know some of the words I'm talking about. Because I ain't never heard of the last one, and I definitely don't know how to spell the first one we did.
How about this? Paradigm.
Okay. Paradigm. Oh, PARADIGN.
No.
What?
PARADIGM.
That's what I just said.
Sound like you said N. Chat, what y'all say?
Do you see how fast I spelled it? Because I know how to spell it.
Don't worry, we'll run it back. We'll give you that one. How about this one?
Let's go.
Antidote.
Stop playing with me. What you
Antidote.
talking about? Huh?
Antidote. Antidote.
ANTI. Antidote. ANTIDOTE. Antidote.
ANECDOTE. Antidote.
God dog it, man. Jesus.
Elucidate.
What?
To clarify, explain clearly. Elucidate.
Elucidate.
Elucidate. To clarify or explain clearly. Elucidate.
Elusive. So elusive. Elusive. Elusive is EL. So elucidate would probably be EL as well. US. Elucidate. IDATE. Elucidate.
Elucidate. Elucidate.
So that's not what I just spelled?
No.
Hey, hey, boy, I'm on a
This
bad.
is gonna be the easiest one. If you don't get this one,
I'm on a
a
bad
bore.
run.
A bore. To detest, strongly dislike. I abhor you.
A bore. Oh my goodness, a bore. I mean, it could be a bore like ABORA. I mean, my bad, ABOAR, but it could be ABORE.
What word are you going with?
Or a bore, ABOR. Which one of the three is it?
I mean, I didn't go to Harvard. I went to Glenville High School. That's far
Nah,
as
but
I'm
you got to
matriculated.
understand, I went to Harvard for 1 semester.
Okay, that should be enough to help
And
spell these words.
I mean, that's when they saw my application and knew it was fake, and that's when they got thrown out.
So what are you going with? A bore.
A bore, ABOR, ABOR.
ABHOR. A bore.
Okay, I got it right.
No, you didn't.
No, I said the H is silent.
No. Damn, Ocho, you did. Whew.
I got what I was 1 for 4.
1 for 5.
Well, listen, if I played baseball, I'd be a Hall of Famer.
No, actually, you wouldn't. That's below the Mendoza line there. You got to be at least 250. I can work with you. 300, you in the ballpark. Okay, Ocho, this is Dunk on Unc, NCAA hoops.
Okay, here we go. Golly, man, that was. Hey, I got to go back and I got to study my thesaurus or something, man, because Jesus Christ. Hey, Chad, I apologize, Chad. I'm glad this wasn't a life or death situation because y'all would be planning my funeral. My goodness, that was abysmal. That was horrible.
Yeah, that was.
God. Hey, them some crazy words, though. Okay, here we go. Dunk on Unc, NCAA hoops, riddle edition.
Okay.
He played for the Kentucky Wildcats. He won the 2012 NCAA National Championship. Known for his elite defense and shot blocking. Went #1 overall in the
Anthony
2012
Davis.
Well, God, can I finish?
No, I ain't going to hold you.
Okay, you got that one. Okay, here we go. He played for the Yukon Huskies. Went 4 for 4 in the NCAA Championship 2013 to 2016. Never lost the NCAA tournament game. One of the greatest women's college basketball players ever. Who am I?
She went 4 for 4. Oh, Stewie, Breonna Stewart.
God damn it. Okay. You two for 2. Okay. You know your stuff, huh?
A little bit.
Okay, here we go. Coach for the Duke Blue Devils, won 5 NCAA championships, 1991, 1992, 2001, 2010.
Coach K.
Damn. Okay. Hey, boy, you on a roll today, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you for the numbers for the lotto after this. Okay, here we go. Legendary coach of the Tennessee Lady Vols, won 8 NCAA
Pat
championships.
Summit. Actually, her middle name is Pat Head Summit. She married the guy's last name was Summit. Her actual maiden name is Pat Head.
Well, you trying
Did
to
you
show
know the
off-
story? She got
Hey.
beat. She got beat in the tournament game, and she was about to give birth to her son. And they said they wanted to land the plane in Virginia, and she said, "Nah, I'm not having my son in Virginia."
Hey, boy, you showing off tonight in front of the company, huh? Okay. Here we go. Let me put my glasses back on. He played for the Duke Blue Devils. Scored 41 points in the 1992 Elite 8 game versus Kentucky.
He was perfect from the floor. Christian Laettner. He didn't miss a single shot or a free throw. He hit the buzzer beater. Yep. Remember it like yesterday. Caught the pass from Grant Hill at the top of the key. Turned around. Bam. ball game. You remember that game, Ocho? Oh.
Hey, man, come on, man. Hell nah. Okay, here we go. Last one. All right, you ain't gonna get this one. Played for the Iowa Hawkeyes, known for the triple doubles and record-breaking performances. One of the top scorers in NCAA history. Revolutionized women's basketball.
Not Caitlin Clark, Ocho.
Hey, I want to know who briefed you before this.
I thought you were going to give me like, well, who won the 1975 national championship in the men?
Who
I thought you were going to ask me something like that.
Who won the national championship in 1975?
For the men?
Yeah.
I think NC State. Because 76 was Indiana, 77 was Marquette, 78 was Kentucky, 79 was Michigan State, 80 was Louisville, 81 was Indiana again, 82 was Michael Jordan's year, 83 was NC State, 84 was Georgetown.
God damn.
UCLA won? So when did David Thompson win? 74?
Hey, I got a problem. We got a whole court, especially with the chat. The chat, we all got a whole court. There's a small discrepancy in the level of difficulty in my questions when it's time to spell and the questions that you get on Dunk on Unc.
I thought you was gonna ask me some NCAA stuff, like, you know, who won the 96 national championship.
Right.
Or ask me something about Cheryl Swoops.
Right.
Lynette Woodard.
Right.
I mean, you can't ask me something about Coach K.
Right. Okay. Don't worry about it. I got you. Listen, next time I got you. I got you. I'm going to take the degree of difficulty to the maximum the way you do with my words.
Yeah. Ask me where Oscar Robertson played or something like that.
Right. Okay.
You know Jerry West played at Ohio State, so don't ask me that. No, he played at West Virginia. No, he played at Ohio State, didn't he?
I was there. Me and Jerry had class.
Jerry might have been at West Virginia. Jerry Lucas played at Ohio State.
Damn. Boy, I had a bad night tonight, boy.
Yeah, West Virginia with Jerry, because that's where he's from. Jerry Lucas.
Oh, I had a bad night. Chad, I apologize.
Oh, you did, Ocho. It's time to welcome. His birthday was yesterday. He's celebrating, so happy belated birthday. He's a co-owner of the iconic smash burger joint, Trail Burger. And if I follow him, and I think he just opened up another one, Trail Burger. Bun B, what it do?
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? What's going on? Thanks for having the old man.
Bun, baby, Bun, what's up, baby? What's good?
I see you, Ocho. I see you shining over there.
A little something, man. You know I got a little lotion on. That's all it is. A little lotion.
Bun, let me ask you this. Let's kick it off with this. Bun, where did you come up with the idea to start Trail Burger?
I didn't come up with the idea. The idea was brought to me by two mutual friends of mine.
Okay.
One that I knew in a previous career as a clothing line designer, and the other I knew in a previous career as a podcaster for the Texans. They both moved into new paths, one becoming a restaurateur, the other becoming a marketing and promotions manager of restaurants. So the restaurateur, Andy Wynn, came up with an idea for a smash burger, but the smash burger phenomenon was already moving on the West Coast. He's from California. He saw the trend starting to move east, and he was like, if I don't catch it by Texas, I'm going to miss the whole smash burger trend. But I don't have as strong a brand out there. I need someone to partner with. And my other friend, Nick Scurfield, was like, well, I know Bun has had a food blog for many years called YouGottaEatThis.com. Go check us out. And and he was like, I know Bun's been looking for an entry point into the culinary space. I didn't want to do a full restaurant because there's so many different menu items and there's so many different ingredients that you have to stock, and a lot of things you lose if people don't come in and buy that shrimp in a day or two. That shrimp starts to go bad by day 3 and you lose it. A lot of stuff gets lost. You know what I'm saying? So, but this was a very refined, very simple concept. I went and met up with him. I tried the burger, and I thought not only was it one of the best burgers I'd ever had, I thought it was one of the best meals I've ever had. The flavor combination is incredible. Anybody that's ever had it will tell you they may have had good burgers, but no one has ever done with a hamburger what we've done. And what I mean by what we've done is we care about it more than I think other people care about a burger. Most burgers are afterthoughts. You know, something like I got 30 minutes for lunch. Where can I go and get something real quick? Or man, I left this club. I'm full of this liquor. I got to try to soak it up with something. You know what I'm saying?
Got to absorb that thing. Got to absorb it, bud.
You know, but we found a real sweet spot, man. You know, we found a way to not only introduce a better product into the public, but also for me personally, a way to transition my cultural equity that I built up in the entertainment industry into the culinary industry in a way that I could capitalize off of it a lot better than I could in the music industry because of the contractual agreements that I signed at a very young age. And with this, I was able to own everything outright with my partners. There was no investors as there was with the record company where you take that advance up front. We did all of this out of pocket. We continue to do it out of pocket. We don't take any money out of the company so that the company can grow, be self-sustained. So we don't need investors. We don't need finances from anybody. And we just try to build something that we believe will last longer than we will.
I like that.
Wow.
Hey, I want to go back with it being your birthday. You know, you turn a young, you getting younger. You know, listen, your recent birthday bonanza at Houston Rodeo, obviously it featured a diverse lineup. Man, you had Keith Sweat, Don Toliver, Yolanda Adams. What inspired you to blend hip hop, R&B, and gospel for this event?
You know, we've done a lot of different lineups with my shows at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Last year was the first year that they'd ever had 2 full rap nights. One was my night and one was with 50 Cent and his tour. And it kind of started to get away from what the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, as far as Black Heritage Day, has always been. And that's been a very inclusive evening that was always family friendly. And with some of this rap music, it could get away from being a family-friendly environment very quickly. And so the rodeo was like, look, we would love to reset the bar. Like, we appreciate what your hip-hop contributions and all of the talent that you brought to the stage have done for the rodeo, but we think we need to reset the bar because if we don't, we're going to lose the demographic. And that was the problem with the rodeo before, was that the rodeo had aged itself out. The rodeo did not bring in hip-hop and younger music in a timely manner. So they started to age people away from the rodeo, younger people. And when I say younger, this may sound crazy, but when I say younger, I mean like 50 and under. Right. There was nothing that was catering to them. Nothing in popular music was catering to them. Nothing in popular culture was catering to them. And so there became a concerted effort to try to make sure that the people on stage reflected the diversity of the city of Houston, which is arguably the most diverse city in America right now. There's over 100 spoken languages and so many different cross-culture things happening in the city. And so we did a good job of diversifying it, but at the same time, you don't want to leave people out. And I could tell that if we did one more show that was rap-centric, my mama wasn't going to want to come no more. And most people mamas weren't going to want to come no more because it could be a little much, the way people dance to it. I get it. There's an energy, and we want to bring energy and entertainment, but we don't want to do that and make sure that other people don't get
isolate
something.
others.
Absolutely. You know, my mother comes to the rodeo, my siblings, my wife's siblings, our children, our nieces and nephews, and now our grandchildren all come. So I wanted to make sure that I got something there for my mama and my wife's mother that they can relate to, things that we can relate to, my children and my grandchildren. So that's why you get a Keith Sweat for us. You get a Yolanda Adams for the older, more Christian grandmothers and aunties and whatnot. And you get a Don Toliver for a younger artist, Coco Jones for a younger artist. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, for my base, you know, Luda, T.I., you know, we hit them in the chest with that hip hop. So we want to make sure that when people come down, because now it's become a tourist attraction. There's literally thousands of people that come down for this thing now. And I want to make sure that they get something.
And what look, anytime you know the Triple OG Bun B is on it, you know it's gonna be big. And you know he gonna do right. He gonna do right by H-Town because the H-Town down. He born and bred. He believe in that. And I love that. But I love that the fact that the rodeo came to you and said, we really appreciate it. But let's not get too far away from what we intended the rodeo to be. because while we're bringing in one demo, we're losing another demo. How can we blend these demos together and grow it? So they still come, more of you guys still come, and guess what? We expand this thing.
And a lot of people didn't really understand it because, you know, I don't tell everybody who's coming. I typically keep about 2 or 3 surprises to entertain people on the spot. So when I was saying, hey, I got Don Tolliver and I got Keith Sweat and I got Coco Jones and I got Yolanda Adams, people don't see how that mixes in the room.
Right.
People don't see how those genres blend together. And people really didn't understand the vision. We knew what we were doing the whole time. Yolanda Adams was specifically brought in to be a part of the In Memoriam program where we honored all of the legends that have fallen. And then we thought it was good to have some praise in the room. I feel very blessed to have this opportunity. I've done this
for sure
4 times. I've sold over 300,000 tickets in just 4 shows. We're averaging 74,000 people every time we've done this. So it's been a beautiful opportunity, not just for me, for my family, for my business. I've been able to pass it on to other people that grew up in Houston dreaming of doing the rodeo. Now they've actually been able to do it. I grew up at a time where, you know, you didn't even think that somebody that did hip hop music would even be on that stage. And now we exist where I live as an example to the next generation. Maybe one day I can do the rodeo like Bun B. You know what I'm saying? So we understand how deeply this thing resonates with so many different people. And we don't want to let people down, especially right now. I don't want to seem like I'm leaving people out of something because this world is so divisive right now. And,
for sure.
And things are not really as inclusive. And I don't think people understand no culture is more inclusive as Black people because Black people understand what it's like to be left out. So we don't want people left out of a good time. You know what I'm saying? And we know that you don't need a bunch of money to have a good time. So we try to make entertainment as authentic and realistic and approachable as possible for people. And I think we've been able to do that with the rodeo.
Hey, bud, you know, we've been making stuff out of nothing with no money for the longest time.
Hey,
we don't need no money.
So when I get $5, it's a party.
Hey, for sure. Hey, we had one of those hood parties, $20. Hey, we got the block lit.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Bud, let me ask you this, bud. When you were growing up, did you go to the rodeo when you were growing up?
Yeah, that was my first concert ever. There's a big inside joke about it. The first concert I ever went to was Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn when I was 3 years old.
I feel Conway Twitty.
The funny
the
story.
The coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn.
Yep, my mom had gotten a car wreck and a man had hit her. And she was very nervous because this was in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? She's a Black woman by herself in an accident with a white man. She just knew, that she would be at fault. But the police came. He told the police it was my fault. She did nothing. He took care of everything. And then he asked her, would you like some tickets to go to the rodeo when the rodeo come? And she said, sure. She gave him my information and address. And she never thought nothing of it. And a couple of weeks later, the tickets showed up. And so they took the family to the rodeo. And that was my first concert, my first time ever being in the Astrodome. You know what I'm saying? And it left a lasting memory on me. Like one of my first musical memories is the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo concert. And just, you know, over the years, going every different time, my wife shares these kind of memories. My wife saw Michael Jackson for the first time at the rodeo. You know, a lot of people have, you know, you can basically, you know, have a timeline of your life based on different experiences at the rodeo. The first time you went as a youngster, the first time your parents dropped you off, because it's literally the safest environment you can be in at the rodeo. So there was a time when you get 15 or 16, your mama would drop you off at the rodeo during spring break, and you and your friends could hang out all night and then get picked up later because it was a safe thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a part of many people's lives over the years. And now people actually have a real-time experience at the rodeo. And not just when I perform. We have like a 9,000 square foot installation called Trill Town, where we do the burgers, we do our trill tenders, we have merch, trill lemonade, we have a bar, you know, basketball goal for people to play little games, win hats, win merchandise. So we've made it something that everybody that celebrates Houston culture can come in and feel comfortable. I know that there are people from other races that feel funny trying to celebrate other cultures and mixed company because they're not allowed to be as free as they would like to be amongst some of their own people. We provide a night where everybody can come and be who they want to be, and nobody's going to look at you sideways, because in order to enjoy it, you got to leave your prejudice at the door. If you don't like white folks, you can't come, because white folks going to be there having a good time. If you don't like Black folks, you can't come, because Black folks going to be there having a good time. Straight folks, gay folks, Mexicans, Asians, everybody comes out and they all having a good time. So the only way you can enjoy it is leave your bull stuff at the door. And hopefully we believe that if people have a good enough time with other people of other cultures and make friends and learn things, that maybe they won't pick it up when they leave. And they can leave their prejudices outside forever.
And that's live, man. Listen, but when you're talking, I can hear the passion and enthusiasm in your voice, the way you're explaining everything. Listen, you've always
it's a new life, Ocho. It's a new life for me.
Listen, you've always been vocal about social issues. You know, you've engaged in various community initiatives in Houston. Man, what drives you still, you know, in your commitment to always give back to the community? And do you have any upcoming projects that you're excited about that you can tell us?
We in Houston as entertainers, athletes, what have you, we have a different relationship with the public as other places do. I believe that there are lines that are drawn, cultural lines, neighborhood lines, other things that come into play in other major cities in America where people can't really bond in the way that we bond, right? Like LA has cultural lines. It has neighborhood lines that some people can't cross. So that city can very, very seldom come together and unite. Same thing with New York. Some people might be from Queens or Brooklyn or whatever. In Houston, we had division maybe 25, 30 years ago between the north side and the south side. That doesn't exist anymore. Everybody sees themselves as Houstonians, no matter who you are and where you come from in the city. So we've been able to build a connection with people that's different. People see us in the grocery store. People see us in the mall. People see us in restaurants, at car washes, in the gym. We're very visible and we're very approachable and very personable. So people feel like when they buy our music, they're not just investing in music, they're investing in people, they're investing in neighborhoods, and they look at us as cultural exports. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you come to Houston, we don't brag about who the best Biggie, Jay-Z, or Nas. We brag about who the best Slim Thug, Kiki, or Bun B. You know what I'm saying? Or Scarface.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of, we have a lot of pride. You know, Texas has always been a self-sustained entity. It was its own country. So we never felt fully embraced until very recently. Everything we wanted, we had to make it on our own. Entertainment-wise, if you wanted to be a recording artist, you know, a New York label or LA label was probably not going to sign you. So you had to go out. You had to make relationships with wholesalers and distributors and record stores and radio stations and club owners and all of that and make your way. And we all had to do it. So there's a common respect that we all have for each other because we all kind of had to progress that particular path in order to make it. But it's the people. It's not just the artists, it's the people of Houston who don't look at us in that way. Yeah, there may be somebody that's never seen me before and might be excited to get a picture. But if you roll with me through Houston for 12, 14 hours, you hear a lot of, what's up, OG? Hey, what's up, B? What's up, Unc? It's not a lot of, oh my God, oh wow. Because we don't put those kind of walls up with people. And that's why the relationship with us is a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as projects, we are opening the second store probably within the next 7 days, 7 to 10 days. The second location of Trillburg will be open in Spring, Texas. We'll have 2 more locations, but by the end of the year. And I'm currently in Dallas right now with the wife. Mainly so my anniversary, my birthday is 4 days apart, so I would never forget my anniversary. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
So we spent the daytime on the anniversary letting her shop. We spent nighttime with me going to my favorite restaurant. There's a Carbone here. It's the closest Carbone I can get to in Houston. That's my favorite restaurant. So we drove up here. We did a little shopping. Did some dinner with a good friend of mine, and probably look at some locations tomorrow. Ride around Fresno and Plano and a couple of different spots. Looking for a location. But we hope to be in Dallas and Austin by summer next year. If lucky.
That's like,
hey, Bun, check this out. What you think about Nightcap at the rodeo next year?
I think there's room to possibly do it at my activation.
Yeah. I like that.
Because you have to understand, I don't think many people understand what the rodeo is. The rodeo is a 21-day event. I'm only one night of 21 nights of concerts that take place in the NRG Stadium, the football stadium.
Okay. Yeah.
They average about 65, 66,000 people a night. Easy.
Wow.
So it's arguably the biggest music festival in the world that isn't promoted as a music festival. Because we talk about 21 concerts day after day after day in a football stadium. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge undertaking. Now, that being said, my wife thought of the idea of bringing in a DJ and a DJ booth and some space up there. So there is a stage. Now, next year, we could make it a little bit bigger.
Okay,
We
hey,
can make
you
it a
know,
little
hey,
bit bigger. That way we can
okay,
have room for
we can
y'all
do that.
and
I'm
guests
ready.
up there.
Yes,
I'm ready.
absolutely.
Babe, what you think about Nightcap at Trill Town? 2 thumbs up.
There it is. There it is.
That's what's
Hey,
up. That's what's up, wife. I
hey,
appreciate that. Oh, OG, you know, we gonna circle back on this now. We
oh
real
yeah.
talk now.
No, I'm open to it because I want to make it a bigger weekend for people. We realize now that, and you know, you look at the music, boots on the ground, and all this other soul that's blowing up right now. That black cowboy country western
Yeah.
lifestyle that has
Yes.
always existed is now in the forefront. And my weekend at the rodeo is becoming a big proponent of that. You know what I'm saying? It gives a place that's big enough for everybody. Because a lot of black rodeos, unfortunately, are still smaller. They're still growing. They got a lot of momentum and energy, but they're still growing. They're still smaller. My rodeo is the largest rodeo in the
Right.
world. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't have a larger audience to cater to with that type of movement and motion. My wife brought in DJ Pay from South Carolina. He's the biggest line dance and Southern Soul DJ in the country. And we had people, our space couldn't even hold how many people wanted to dance. They were dancing in the street. You know what I'm saying? It's just such a great way for people to come together and commune. That's what music has always been for people of color. It's always been a reason for us to get together and commune. That, dominoes, playing cards, barbecue, crawfish, those are all excuses for us as a culture to come together and spend time
Yeah.
together. We don't even like each other, but if so-and-so, who doing the barbecue? Trey doing the barbecue. All right, I'll come. Who cooking the potato salad? Nisa doing the potato salad. All right, I'll show
Oh
up for
yeah.
that. It's an excuse
Right.
for us to get together.
I like.
And so I'm looking at that we built something that now gives people an entry point. If you don't know about it, you haven't had any experience, this is a very easy entry point into this cultural representation. But for those of us that know, oh, it's the bat
And it's
signal.
like, hey,
It's the bat
hey,
signal.
hey, when you talk about this, man, I'm thinking about your plate, but your plate is full, man. Your plate is full, man. Listen, your role as a musician, an entrepreneur, you're a community leader, man. How the hell you balance all these different facets of your career, and what keep you motivated, baby? Because just listen to it. This is a lot. It's a lot.
It is, but I think everybody here on this knows that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. You just got to figure out how to
Yeah.
handle it, right?
Yes.
I have an amazing support system. I have a beautiful, strong black woman as a wife in my corner. And the reason I've gotten this far is not because I know it all or I can do it all. My wife refuses to settle for a lesser version of me. So when she know I'm not going all the way in and not giving my 100%, she'll hold me
Ooh,
accountable.
I like.
She'll be like, you know,
Like
you could do better than that. You know, you're supposed to be doing more than that. So there'd be a lot of times I want to phone it in, or I'd be like, man, I just want to stay home. Now, why would you do that knowing you told them people you was gonna come? You know, my wife, I can't do it. My wife knows. My wife believes it has always believed in my
Yes, sir.
greatness, and when I don't live up to it because she talks about it, she holds me
Yeah.
accountable.
Right.
So I go out and do the rodeo and all that, and the next day I got to come home and put the trash out. You know, I got to pick up stuff in the garage. I got to make sure I don't leave the kitchen light on. All those
Right.
things. We have moments where we are very blessed and we get to see the world and travel the world and do all of that. But every other day, man, we are a family trying to exist, making sure our children, our grandchildren are okay, that we got a good home that's comfortable for us to live in. You know, all I got to do is give her a house and she gonna make a home
See, I
out of
need
it. That's not even the
see
question.
what
That's
you
what
heard what he just said, You see what I'm talking about? Now,
Yes.
see what I've been telling
Yeah.
you now. Bun, I'm trying to get him to settle down. Bun, I'm trying to get him to find him a wife. Because listen, the way you talking, the way you explaining things, it shouldn't be hard after hearing what you just said.
But she got to keep up with him though. That's the
Yeah.
thing. She got to keep up with him. He got to find a woman that's so busy he get
Oh,
jealous.
hey, listen, we found for one.
That
Hey,
that's what that.
hey, Bun, we found one for him. He interviewed it not too long ago.
Wait till
Man.
she ain't got wait till she ain't got no time for him. We gonna find out where he's saying that. He gonna try to spend that money, send that plane, plan that vacation, anything he can to spend time with that woman. When he start disregarding things he don't normally
Right.
disregard, and them assistants start having to do things that he normally
Yeah.
go and do, yeah, he
He
got something on his
got him one,
mind.
huh?
He got
Yes,
something on
sir.
his mind.
Hey, I got one more question. This is a good
Go
one. I'm
for it.
sure a lot of people in the chat would love to hear this answer because I definitely want to hear it. Who are your top 5 Houston rappers? Your top 5.
Oh
Your
man.
Mount Rushmore. Now I'm just adding a 5th. I'm gonna make it 5 instead of 4.
Okay. We're gonna start with K Reno. K-Rino is the OG of Houston rappers. He's the height. He's the epitome of what Houston rap's foundation should have been built on. So we had the right OGs to start it off for us. Obviously, Scarface, not just one of the best writers and rappers in Houston, but just, I mean, arguably the best storyteller that hip hop has ever had, ever. Very few people, I think only Tupac can really convey emotion through words on a rap song in the way that Scarface does. When Scarface talks about death, you feel that loss. When he talks about friends, Phrase has a song called Suicide. And I'm talking about, I had never heard a song about somebody delving into the psyche of somebody that they thought was okay, but wasn't okay. And then you start to question, making sure you're okay. Like this. So the depth of Scarface's writing talents and mentality, man, have been criminally underrated in the world of hip hop. I think number 3, you got to go Willie D.
Oh,
Willie D has been about. Willie D is the prototype. Like Willie D is the type of person that when you think of a Houston rapper meeting one in a dark alley, Willie D is who you project mentally. That's somebody that, has stood on all 10 toes constantly, consistently, and still does. The fun thing about watching Willie D, 1, he loves the culture just as much as he always had. And 2, he about that just as much as he's always been. There's certain things that you can count on, and Willie D being about that life is absolutely one of them. He still leads by example, and he still makes us proud to be from Houston, and knowing that, whatever you say in this world, you better stand on it. Because with some people, it might be a fight with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Number 4, I might have to go out on a limb here, man. I may have to go out on a limb with this one. I don't know how everybody's gonna feel about this, but I think Gangsta Nip may be one of the best rappers from Houston, and I'll tell you why. The only reason that people really didn't get into Gangsta Nip is because of the subject matter. He did a lot of horrorcore. He wrote stuff for Bushwick, and a lot of his stuff was a lot of his music existed in this world of horror and gore and all of that type of stuff. Friday the 13th, Jason, all of that type of stuff. But his flow in the mid 90s, the early 90s, it's some of the best rapping I've ever seen and done in my life. And number 5, I'm not gonna put Pimp here because I feel like Pimp supersedes a lot of things in this argument. I'm gonna go with Killer Calion. I don't think anybody wants to be the best rapper in Houston more than him. I don't think anybody takes the art of lyricism as serious as he does. Now, we got people that got a lot of motion. Maxo got motion. Megan has got motion. Travis, OT, Walker. There's a lot of people from Houston, young artists, up and coming talent that got art, that have motion and have fan bases and really making major moves. But when we talk about just rapping, like rapping and like looking in the motherfucker face and meaning what you say when you rap this stuff, I don't think anybody conveys that more than Killer Calion. I think Killer Calion could potentially be the best lyricist to ever come out of the city of Houston. He just the problem is he got too much respect for his predecessors. And I feel like in some form or fashion, as a competitor, at some point, you can respect the GOAT and still want to beat the GOAT at the same time.
I like it.
We're going to get you out of here on this one.
I'm just waiting for him to wake up one day and say, man, F all that, man. F Bun B and all of them. I'm going for the top. And that's when he'll be the best.
I like it.
Bun, we're going to get you out of here on this one. Which Houston team are you most excited about this year? Your Cougars, your Rockets, your Texans, or your Astros?
Now, that's a great question. That is a great question. It's always easy to be excited about the Cougars because at this point, that's a program that does this. As far as basketball, that men's basketball team does this at this point. They've gone into the last 4 marches being heavily favored. They've made it to the 8 at least 2-3 times. I know the last 2 years for sure. I think they got a great chance of going all the way this season. So, but that's at this point with that program, that's to be expected. These Astros are going through transition. Right, we lost Bregman. That was a hometown hero. We love Alex Bregman. As we lost Correa, we lost a couple other guys, but we always bring in young talent. That's been the great thing about this Astros organization, that the Cranes have always brought in and nurtured young talent. They draft well and they build talent up. They don't look to just go out and try to buy a player. They're about winning several. They're not about winning this year. They want to win several years. They've tasted it. They know what it takes to get there, and they believe they can do it. But they're still in a little bit of rebuilding right now. Lost a couple of pitchers, got McCullers back. So we're going to figure it out. They're a perennial playoff team, right?
Okay.
But it's going to take more this year to get to that final step than I think it has over the last 2 or 3 seasons. The Rockets, I mean, my goodness, look at this young team. You talk
young
about
and talented.
You talk about a talented young team. Tillman has done a great job of being like, you know what? We just got to start over. Like we're not 1 or 2 players away. We're a team away.
Right.
But I mean, he put this team on the shoulders of Green. Jalen is an amazing talent. I think he's a great leader. I think Thompson is a problem. I think he's a beast on that team. I really think. I haven't got to him. It took a while to figure out how to say his name.
He's nice.
It took a while. To figure out how to say his name. But hey, we got promise with that young boy, and that's what.
Bro, he for real.
I understand that he grew up in the game of fundamentals, right? But he playing with some dogs. I watched him the other day try to do an behind the back pass. He almost had. They teaching him that black top ball, right? They don't have to teach him fundamentals. He know how to pass and all. They teaching him black top no look passes in the paint. When he finds that step, that boy is gonna be a real problem. But I say all that to say this team has everything and man, Udoka. Whoo, that was a steal.
He's the right coach. He's the right coach for this young team.
And I understand why he couldn't stay where he was, but I'm so glad he's where he is.
Appreciate it.
I'm so
that's the triple.
At the city love it because they get to see Nia every now and then, so the city love that.
Yeah.
But them Texans, man, them Texans. I think in 2-3 years, man, I think they're gonna be the ones to beat, man. It could happen in the next 2 years. This team is building a strong structure. D'Amico knows exactly what he wants. The organization isn't scared to spend the money to give him what he wants. And they're so embracive of the local culture. They do collaborations with local artists and they bring in different talent to perform at the games. And they allow me to bring my burgers into the stadium. They're doing everything they can to be as Houston-centric an organization as they can be. They're putting the money where it needs to go. They're trying to strengthen that O-line. I know everybody wasn't crazy about losing Tunsil, but I can understand organizationally why they feel they needed to go in another direction. I hear there were locker room problems. There were a ton of penalties, right? A lot of things going on. And I just think they were growing in a different direction. I think that they supplemented the defense. Absolutely. They're probably going to have to draft a little more to tighten up that O-line because they got to protect CJ. They got to protect CJ by all means. I like the Kirk signing. I like bringing Christian Kirk in. I think he's a fast young player. He's got some good talent. He definitely got hands, and CJ can hit him in stride. You know, because I knew we probably weren't going to keep Diggs another season. I don't think we were going to keep him another season, so they had to start thinking receiver. Tank had his surgery. He's a young guy. I think he'll recover quickly. I honestly think Tank will be ready by game 1 of a 25-26 season. But I think the Texans are a team that everybody has got to circle their calendar dates when they play that team. That defense is only getting better. I'm curious to see what the new OC is going to do. I think that's going to be the big test. Right. Is what the new OC is going to be able to create with CJ, but at least they won't be as predictable in year 2 as they were in year 3 as they were in year 2. Because year 1 was a lot of surprises. Year 2, they pretty much tried to replicate the playbook, and people saw it a mile away. With a new OC, I think there's going to be a new approach. I think he's going to find a better way of working with these new offensive line. I feel positive about what we're doing as a team. So I would put it in that order. I would say Cougs, Astros, Rockets, and Texans 4-1.
Hey, Triple OG Bun B, bro, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on everything, the Trill Burger franchises, the rodeo. You're a big staple in the community. What you do to uplift your community, we appreciate you. We salute you here at Nightcap. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you down the road.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for doing that drop for the rodeo for me last year, too. I appreciate
always,
y'all
no problem, bro. You know that.
Success. We're going to find some space and put y'all in that Trill Town.
Matter of fact,
come bring that Nightcap.
Hold on. Not only,
the people want to see that.
Bun, not only that, let me perform. You know, I can sing now.
I think we break it up.
Yeah, we are. Later, OG.
I
Appreciate
love
that.
y'all,
Love.
man. Thank y'all, brother.
Triple OG
Much more
Bun B.
success.
Thank you, bro.
Go
Remember I
back.
told y'all I had that
Go
right there?
back.
That's the original. That's the OG. Like Triple OG Bun B. That's the Triple OG iPod.
That's live.
That's the number 2 version. This one holds 10,000 songs. This one holds 1,000 songs. Y'all remember the iPod Touch?
Damn.
And check this out.
You know, that stuff might be worth something because it looks like you got you.
Don't worry about it. It might be. I mean, guess what? It's supposed to be worth something with this plus 5,200.
Wait, come again?
It's supposed to be this plus 5,200.
All your stuff is in good condition, like mint condition. You could probably get a good price for it.
Look at this, OG. You know what this is, Ocho?
That's the iPhone 9.
No, that's the original one.
I thought it started with number 9. Or am I tripping?
Man, it started with number 1.
Did?
The hell you talking about now? Y'all remember that?
That's crazy. Hey, you know what you do? Put saran wrap back in it and pretend like it's brand new.
No, I ain't getting rid of it.
You know how much
It ain't never
you
been.
know how much money you can get for that? The original iPhone?
I mean, somebody probably give me like $5,000 for it because it's the original.
I know. Hey.
It ain't never been active. It ain't never been turned on. It ain't never had no phone number.
How much you said they can give you for it?
Probably about 5,000.
You go ahead and sell that one. I owe you 200.
No, they ain't got no. It's yours. It's mine. You remember the Samsung? Ocho?
Samsung. That's a Droid. I ain't never had no
Samsung
Android.
phone. Look at it.
Yeah, I ain't never had no Droid.
That's the Galaxy Note right there. Oh,
Hey, listen, I'll tell you one thing. You ever text me and it turn green, I'm going to block you. Yeah, I'm going to block you.
I got a little stuff. I got to show you all my phone. I got about 17, 18 phones.
Damn.
Yeah, because I keep them. Ocho, a debate went viral on Twitter asking, should parents make their kids pay bills if they work a job? And the response went viral saying, I'm just going to say it. This is a big problem in the Black community, and we have to stop it. A lot of parents need help with their bills, so they take the money from their kids and disguise it as teaching them responsibility, and it's actually pretty effing ridiculous. Ocho, what do you think?
You got to teach your kids responsibility at some point. You have to. I think if they're staying with you after the age of 18, now if they're saving up, I wouldn't make my kids if they need to stay with me after the age of 18. Are you saving up to get yourself a place? You have to have some sense of responsibility. I'm not gonna always be around, so you're gonna have to be able to fend for yourself. I can teach you how to fish. I can teach you how to fish so you know how to do it when I'm not around. Now, if I do everything for you and still coddle you and have you up under my roof, and you not having any type of responsibilities, and you go out there in the real world, you're gonna be lost. We can't have that. We can't have that. We got to have some type of structure and discipline and method on how things are to go as a grown adult. You have to. But being under my roof and making sure, allowing you to save your money and get yourself together until you're ready to go on your own and be an adult, start a family, whatever it may be. I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Yeah. I mean, Ocho, I helped my grandmother with bills, but she didn't ask me to. I just felt it was the right thing to do. Because I saw my grandmother struggling. I'm making money. And so what? I'm going to continue to watch her struggle. Now, she's struggling trying to put food on the table for us. She's struggling trying to put get clothes on our back. So here I am. I got a job, and I'm not making a whole lot of money, but $10 was a lot of money back in the 70s. $20 was a lot of money back in the 70s. So, you know, I'm working 2 jobs. Hey, I mean, I remember the first time I got a job, I was 5 years old. I was walking behind the tobacco picker in the tobacco field. 1973, 1974. And from that time, I started walking behind the tobacco picker to carrying a row to doing that. So I'm working 10, 12 hours a day doing that. Come home, shower, me and my cousin, we play basketball, and then go catch chickens for another 3-4 hours.
The chicken was $1 chicken, right?
$1,000. So we catching 8 to 12,000 a night. That's $12. Right. Now you only count chicken between Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because Friday was the last day. There is nothing going on Saturday. So you started, so they were going to be there. No, actually, Thursday was the last day. Thursday was the last day. You didn't catch
Right.
on Friday because they were off on Saturday and Sunday. Because the tickets that you caught Sunday, they were there for the crew. The plant was operational Monday through Friday. So you caught Sunday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then they, and so hey, I'm bringing home $5 a day plus half a day on Saturday, $27.50 plus we catch 8 to 12,000 4 nights a week. So I'm making maybe $60, but I'm working a ass load of hours.
Hey, that's how. Hey, listen.
Okay.
Back then, you know how far you could stretch $60 back then.
Yeah.
60? Man, stop playing.
So even if I didn't help her, Ocho, guess what? I bought my own school clothes.
Yeah.
There ain't a whole lot of 8, 9, 10-year-old, 11-year-olds buying their own school clothes. Well, who else was gonna get them? What the hell I was working for?
Hey, hold on.
I'm working, gonna hold my money. I'm gonna hold my money in my pocket. I'm watching my grandma struggle.
I got a question.
Please.
What kind of clothes you wore back then? Like Jordache?
No, Sears and Roebuck.
Okay. I know.
We had them tough skins. But hey, then as I got older, Lee jeans were in.
Okay, yeah.
You had Sergio Rigoletto.
501s?
You did have
501s?
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, you had Levi's and stuff like Izod. You had Polo. You had dark size.
Did you ever have a pair of rules? Please tell me you had rules with the zip on the side.
I didn't.
You know what rules are, right? Kangaroos?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Walter
Yeah.
Payton had kangaroos.
You ain't had none of them?
Please. No, I didn't have no kangaroos. No, we had Chuck Taylor.
Okay.
Back then, Ocho, the Chuck Taylors, the white. You had the highs and you had the lows, but you had them in all different colors. They came in black, they came in red, they came in blue, they came in green. So you got mainly I only had the white, I had the highs and the lows, and I got had a blue pair.
Hey, you know what's funny?
But
they go with everything. It don't matter what you put on. You wear the black pair, you wear the white pair. They go with everything.
Yes. And so from like I said, for me, and I get it. I mean, I can see her point. Trying to teach responsibility, but I was teaching myself responsibility. Because my whole purpose, like, man, I see my grandma struggling. She working that job, making $197 every 2 weeks, and she's, working in a nursing home, the very nursing home that she ended up living her final days, the last 2 years of her life. Nah, man, I couldn't in good conscience. I could not in good conscience have money in my pocket and then have my grandma worried about, I don't know how I'm gonna pay this bill. I don't know, the phone. I don't know about the gas. I don't know about the lights. Man, please. So I took it upon myself, and that is still my responsibility to this day, is to make sure my family is taken care of. But hey, my kids and their moms have done a great job helping them understand that's your daddy money. Now, if he chooses to give you some, that's on him. But y'all don't know. I owe you an education. And I gave you the best education because all of you, for the most part, you didn't stay, but you started out in private school and you had college paid for. You got a car. You left college with no debt, no student loans, no car loans.
Yeah. Same.
Now, anything I do after that, that's out of the kindness of my heart. But I don't owe you anything. Now, hopefully, you learned a lot from your mom and from your dad to be self-sufficient. Now, I'm not gonna let you drown.
Nah, never that.
Or at least, you might think you're drowning.
Matter of fact, hey,
I might let you take on some water.
Matter of fact, my baby. Remember, I told you my daughter at Prairie View A&M. She graduated. She graduated May 16th. Wait, May 16th to May 17th. Remember what I told you she wanted for graduation, huh?
Yeah.
That G-Wagon. So we had a conversation when I was with all the kids. I told her, I say, listen, she done made the dean's list, the honor roll, she done made everything. So I'm like, well, listen, now what you want? Now you say you wanted a Mercedes. What is it? So I'm thinking she was gonna say G-Wagon. And she said, no, Daddy, I don't really want no G-Wagon. I say, well, what happened? What made you change your mind? He say, I think it's too much, the maintenance. I just think I just want a starter. Just give me a C300. I say, now we talking. You want a white one? I could tell them to make your interior pink, with the AKA stitched in the seat and all that.
Ocho, what happened when she got to get rid of it? You better hope she sell it to another AKA. The hell you talking?
That's funny.
Man, I know. But when we come to Ocho back then, guys used to get the headliner, get Gucci, get MCM. I said, well, you better.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I remember that. I said, well, you better hope. Hey, get their initials. Black. I said, you better hope you find another dude named Black that
Right.
want to buy it, because I promise you, you go back get the great cross the coals trying to sell it. Syracuse football head coach Fran Brown has a policy that his players must save 40% of their NIL checks. There's no way as a coach that I'm going to pay you a lot of money and then you're going to walk away from here with no money. Says during the upbringing in Camden, New Jersey, it could have been a difference in paying rent, keeping the lights on, buying food for his siblings. What you think? You
Yeah,
like
I
that,
like
Ocho?
that. I like that because at some point, especially when you're that young, you know, kids these days don't understand financial literacy. They get the money, they spend the money, they have this mindset that worth and value is based on aesthetics and accessories that you purchase. That makes you feel like you were greater than, and make you worth, or it makes you feel special. I want kids to understand, especially people in the chat, that a lot of players and athletes today, regardless of sport that they play, they feel that they have to live way above their means based on the type of money
They
they're
do.
making. People in the chat, players that see this, there is nothing, I guarantee you and I promise you, there is nothing you can buy that holds more weight or value than your name alone. Nothing.
No.
Nothing than the name that's on that birth certificate. Because when you take off all that designer, all the jewelry, all the watches, that in itself is the value. It is. Your car,
And then
your
what you gonna do?
Lamborghinis and your Rolls Royce and your iced out watch and your chains and all, man, that shit don't mean nothing, man. Nothing. The true value, can you get the same reaction without the car, without the
Yeah.
clothes, without the jewelry? Can you still pull the same chicks? That's your value. That's your real worth. Can you still do the same things you do with all the accessories, aesthetics on when you don't have it on? Yeah, come on, man. Stop
Yeah.
playing, man.
Ocho, see, the thing is with me, people like, I don't like money. I like freedom. Freedom is what you get when you
Money.
have money. Those are two
Yeah.
different things. Some people just want money. I want freedom.
Hey, financial freedom is a beautiful thing, huh? And a lot of people, we look
It
at, listen, we look
absolutely
at all
is.
the numbers, we look at these huge, gargantuan contracts, you know? Still to this day, the
Yeah.
money keeps going up, right? And one thing that has
Right.
changed when you look up the statistically, the same amount of players are still going broke 2 years removed from the game, even though the money continues to rise. So all that's
Yeah,
telling me the
that's
fact
absurd.
that nothing is changing from a financial standpoint because there's no structure and discipline when it comes to spending. Because our mindset is, well, if you give me more, I won't go broke.
Yeah.
But if you ain't
No.
got no
You
financial,
just
if you ain't
spend
got no
more.
financial discipline, it don't matter how much they give you, because you're just gonna keep on spending.
Exactly. The more you make, the more you'll spend. Because you're like, oh man, I got this now. I
Hey,
can
Unc,
do
it goes
this.
so fast, Unc, man. It goes so fast. Before you look up, you got an entourage. You got an entourage. You the golden goose. You got to feed everybody else. You go shopping, now you got to buy everybody else something. You go to the club, you spending 40,
Yes.
50,000 in the section buying bottles. You got a bunch of chicks, trying to impress them for what? For what? They done Google how much you making. You ain't got to do nothing. Your name alone gonna get you the woman you want anyway. They gonna deal with you based off a name alone. You don't, man. What are we doing? Man, stop playing.